Alright y'all, what's up? We back with another video. Today we got the YNW Melly release date update. He's supposed to be coming home on May 6th with his bond trial, so we about to see what's going on real quick. Let's get to it, y'all.
Did you know a massive update was just revealed in YNW Melly's case about his release date? It would read, a second bond hearing for YNW Melly has been set for Tuesday, May 6, 2025. Melly's attorney, Raven Liberty, will be presenting the argument for the rap star's bond. However, a lawyer sitting inside...
I just woke up. I ain't do my hair. I ain't brushed my teeth yet. I ain't do nothing. I instantly just hopped on here. So if I look a mess, just excuse me, y'all.
The courtroom would write, Judge Fiend in the Melly case looks to be seriously contemplating a dismissal. He looks pissed, and the state continues to act like a penalty case is a petty annoyance, not observing orders, not preparing for hearings. But this was all planned by the prosecutors, as this is when the prosecutors did the worst thing imaginable by laying out the groundwork to have YNW Bortland snitch against YNW Melly. The prosecutors just sent in paperwork to have Bortland and Melly tried together. This is all for one specific reason.
Issue here, and you can try them together. It is to the benefit of the state to try them together. It's just more efficient. You don't have to do things again and again. Do it all at once, and also you get a better chance of having them incriminate each other during the trial. It benefits the defense to sever it. That way they can point the finger at each other and get away with it. So this is what's going on, but I don't think it should be automatically severed because the state is seeking a penalty for Melly, because it's only the penalty phase of the trial that would be different, not the guilt phase. The guilt phase is the same. They're both capital crimes. You're seeking the penalty on one, not the other, but that goes into the second part of the trial, the penalty phase, only if Melly is found guilty.
As it's common sense, if YNW Bortland knows that he didn't commit the serious crime, he won't physically be able to sit there and take life in prison to the chin, making it very likely he'll then point the finger against Melly and say what really happened to Sack Chaser and Juvie. As what you didn't know is that Melly's lawyers already tried pinning this against Bortland in the original trial.
Those were his lies. Cortland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, but where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car with two bodies, a car riddled with bullets. And when he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, powder residue on his hands, evidencing that he has discharged a firearm. And he lies. He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having a phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody has a phone in his pocket, not Cortland Henry.
That's Melly's own lawyer revealing that it was YNW Bortland that had been lying to the feds. He was the one with powder residue on his hands, which comes out of a firearm, and he was the last one that was with Sack Chaser and Juvie. They even went as far as to bringing up a forensic scientist that covered the passings to go into further detail about Bortland having the powder residue.
No, that's crazy though. Like, how have they been fighting this case for 7 years, and then they're just now letting him go because they don't got enough evidence? But supposedly, I don't know, but I don't think they found the gun from the murder. I don't think they found the gun. But I don't know. Let's just keep watching though.
So the right hand of Cortland Henry contained 0 particles characteristic of hot residue and two component particles. And the left hand contained 1 particle characteristic of hot residue and 1 2-component particle.
Okay. And can you explain to us what that means?
Basically, overall, there was hot residue present on the hands.
as YNW Borland already wanted to get revenge as soon as that court day ended, which is why when Melly's mistrial was granted, a report shared, YNW Borland tweets a mysterious message on the same day Melly's mistrial was declared. The tweet shared, "Mind games don't work on people like me," alongside a handshake emoji as if he's accepting some sort of deal, likely being advised by his lawyers to remain silent and allow Melly's sentencing to play out first. YNW Borland is gonna tell the truth. This was eye-opening for the judge, as he would then tell Melly's lawyers to provide evidence as to why Melly should be released as a defense, to which Melly's lawyers would share with Judge Feen there was never a firearm even found.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what firearm was used.
Okay.
While also sharing the GPS evidence from when the crime was going down, showing YNW Melly sprinting away down the street.
That would be the part where he's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah, he's like, yeah, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
As this was Melly's defense to the new information about Borland, he revealed there's no firearm ever found. This supports the claims
See,
of
I told you. There was no firearm found.
Drive-by, as YNW Melly said, but the GPS also proves that YNW Melly did make an effort to get away from the crime scene. But leave a like on the video.
No, that's so crazy though, cause like, damn, bro, how you find everything but the gun? How you find everything but the gun? Damn near everything but the gun. They done found like papers and shit in Bortland's room or whatever. They done found like some crazy shit, but somehow they're not getting charged.
If you believe that's like enough to get him released, because the prosecutors, they were not afraid. They would stand up and deliver another shocking piece of evidence, giving the newly added judge what Melly's motive was. A rogue O-Block member recently would snitch against Melly, revealing his motive to commit the crime was Melly not wanting to share finances with Sack Chaser and Juvie.
Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As this was about,
I don't think it did. I think it was like more like they was stealing from his mom and like just shit like that. I don't think he knew about it. And then when he did find out, then boom, acted like he was going to hang out with him. Did what he did. But you gotta think, like, somebody did that to your mom or whatever and started acting weird and just taking like money and shit and crazy shit and doing weird shit, then of course you're gonna react the same way. So
that Melly told King Vaughn. Sadly, Vaughn shared it with O-Block members before passing away, as the name YNW is also a registered business LLC, where Melly and Bortland would perform concerts, sell merch, do promotions, all in exchange for money. That money would be funneled through the bank account, then distributed to each member of YNW. However, Sack Chaser and Juvie sat back and collected a cut of the money while doing zero work, which YNW Melly didn't want to do anymore. But when you pair this with the evidence also found on Melly's phone, this is where it gets very bad. He would send a text message hours after the crime, literally admitting to it.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time The YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
But also found on Melly's phone was a saved video from somebody's Facebook Live, where it shows Melly and Bortland's reaction to the crime only 6 hours after it was committed.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still.
Bro, you know he did it, because if your homie died, you're not finna be that turned. It's just not gonna happen. It's not. You can be like, damn. Get thinking some more shit. But he over there lit, like, oh yeah, them boys gone.
Still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
Showing not even an ounce of
crazy,
sadness for the passing of their two best friends. But what you didn't know is there's something even scarier occurring behind the scenes. The prosecutors taking their sweet time delivering evidence against Melly is all a part of a very secure plan. They found disturbing evidence in Melly's ex-girlfriend's Mariah iCloud account. This relates to Melly forcing her to not testify in the original trial, which is known as witness tampering, as this carries a life sentence in prison regardless if Melly actually took out sack chaser and juvie.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
Seeing as Melly already had 1 mistrial, there is an actual possibility of YNW Melly being found not guilty for sack chaser and juvie passing away. However, if they have strong evidence relating Melly telling his ex-girlfriend not to testify and is guilty of the witness tampering charges, he will be sentenced to life in prison regardless if he's found guilty or not. This is a separate court case from the original. This means more lawyer fees, as Mariah was arrested when entering the United States just last month. She made an agreement with the judge that she will testify against Melly in the next trial as long as she could be released from jail, and she accepted. She would then write on her Facebook,
crazy.
"Into my village."
They was trying to get Melly so bad that I think his ex-girlfriend was out of the country or some shit, and then when she came back, they just got her ass like that. Damn, bro.
Thank you to my village. I love you all so much. God's
Melly
plan,
damn near
not
played
mine.
that shit
As
out
she allegedly
perfect,
didn't
though.
like how this
He
was
waited 7
broadcasted on the
years,
local news.
Mariah Hamilton is spending
That's
her first
crazy.
day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport
Damn,
Monday after she
that's
arrived on an
crazy.
international flight.
See?
Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
As the scariest part is, the feds, they've already
That's crazy,
confirmed they
bro.
have the evidence. Due to his witness tampering, YNW Melly hasn't been allowed to use a phone in jail for the last few months. It even got so bad, his mother Jamie King did an interview exposing the county jail for not allowing her son to use a phone.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
But if the evidence is true that Melly's been using the jail phones to commit witness tampering,
Didn't he go
that's
through that
why
for like
they
4
stopped
years,
him from
bro?
using it. They must have the actual
think the
evidence
first
stored
4 years
away.
he was
They
in
wouldn't
there.
keep him off of the phones if it was just a hunch. They have concrete evidence. Due to this, Jamie King would reveal she's absolutely heartbroken for her son. She feels helpless as he's not even being treated like a human.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
But what?
Damn.
So last night he used him. Honestly, nothing.
But what else do we know about YNW Melly's mother? As it was announced, YNW Melly's mom trends after she announces she started a fans account while he stands trial, to then being featured on an interview speaking on why she did it and how much money she made.
Why did you decide to break the internet the other day? You're saying that you're YNW Melly's mom and you're about to hit fans.
Why not? You make money while you sleep, and you know, I turned 40 this year. Why not do something crazy?
Did you start it yet, though?
What? My only? Yeah.
How much you made the first day? I just need to
She
know the
probably made
first
some
day.
crazy
The
shit.
first day it was pretty epic. It was pretty epic.
Give me a ballpark figure.
Like 40-ish, 50.
One day?
What?
Day one.
This would end up taking
40,
the internet by
50K?
storm. Even DJ Academics had to say,
That shit crazy, bro. Why would she do that, though? Well, I don't know. Melly already rich, ain't he?
It was pretty epic.
Give me a ballpark figure.
Like 40-ish, 50.
One day?
Day one.
this would end up taking the internet by storm. Even DJ Academics had to say,
So YNW Melly's mom has announced that she's gonna be starting the old. And I gotta be honest with y'all, man. Like, this is perplexing. The reason why it's perplexing is because I can't understand why she's doing this. Your son is fighting for his life. How much, you know, there's certain mothers in hip hop, and you probably could name a few. I won't name all of them. That I feel like their son became stars, but they also wanted to be stars as well. Blueface's mom is one of them. The situation between Melly's mom and Melly, I always thought was interesting, but I never thought she'd be doing this. If you're wondering if she's doing this for money, this can't be a money play. Like, no way, no how.
That's what I'm
as
thinking.
while
That's what I was
Academics
thinking.
claims it's not about the money, social media would disagree. Fans would begin investigating and would find a No Jumper
no.
interview from 2 years ago with Adam, B. Slime, and Jamie King, where Adam would tell Melly's mother he imagines Melly has spent a lot of money on lawyers, while she would sit back and begin
Yeah, he
giggling.
probably
His
has
own
for-
brother, YNWB Slime, would call out his brother for dumb purchases.
I would assume
But it's still.
that he spent a lot of money on lawyers. Like an amount that would probably.
That kid spent a lot of money on a lot of things that shouldn't have been spent on.
Really? Like what else?
And cars, jewelry. And he's not even out to wear the jewelry. I'm like, why are you buying jewelry? You're not here to wear the jewelry.
No, definitely lawyers are probably the best thing you can spend.
That's
money
what
on.
bro. But
Yeah.
he's good with lawyers, bro. Like, money ain't an issue for lawyers. Like, he's fine, but it's just like, there was a lot of stuff that should have went to lawyers that he didn't spend on lawyers. And I'm like, bro. And now it's like, he don't even want the chain no more.
But after further investigation, some fans believe Melly's mother's also making this income to support the second court case of the witness tampering charge. It's important to note what Jamie King has been going through, having to watch her own son go through a
knows?
trial to this extent, especially being alleged to have committed this serious of a crime, as the fans account could also just be an outlet for her to get her mind off of her son's trial. As we all saw during the original trial, Melly having to ask her several times if she's okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell. Let's all wish YNW Melly that he get out. But until then, we just gonna wait. It's May 1st. We're gonna see if he get out though. It's crazy. Alright, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all think Melly should get out, if he shouldn't. Whatever, boom boom, yeah. Alright, y'all, I'm out. Peace.
In a rush, I know I made a few mistakes. It's hard to not give a fuck. In my eyes low.